Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sacred Wheel of Reiki Healing. I'm Romula, and we're returning for our 28 days of Reiki. Yesterday was day 22, which the focus was on full body harmony. Again, we're in our final week, which is the dark moon. We're going from our waning crescent into the new moon, and the focus is rest, gratitude, and rebirth. Yesterday, we focused on full body harmony. Today, we're going to be focusing on self-trust. A lot of times, we don't trust ourselves, especially when our intuition and instincts are kicking in, being like, hello, don't do it, but we do it anyway. So for me, I'm always questioning myself. So I feel like through this journey, as we've been building upon the foundation, the grounding, the activation and all of that, what it comes down to is like, we're trusting our body, we're believing in our emotions and our mental capacity, but we're not allowing those things to like take over, usurp, and become chaos, but more of just like a wave of awareness. So I think this is a great focus. I'm glad that this self-trust is happening on the latter end, because we've kind of been building up ourselves to be able to trust our bodies and things like that. So with that, our body focus for the Reiki today would be for the heart and solar plexus. So our heart is the thing that keeps everything going, but our solar plexus is our willpower. So I think this is very interesting that this would be the area that we're going to focus on for self-trust, that willpower, that strength, that energy, that, oh yes, I can do this. That's what we need during this journey, and we need a self-trust that we can do it, right? So our healing theme is inner authority. Yes, we have our inner authority. So if our inner voice is literally saying to us, hey, this isn't a good idea, or maybe it is a great idea, let us listen to that, and let that have authority. Let that have power so that we follow and listen to it. Our moon energy is inner knowing. And our Reiki focus is strengthening intuition. So like I said earlier, a lot of times I'll get some kind of like spidey sense about something, and then I'll second guess that. And then like usually hindsight 2020, I'm like, that little spidey sense I should have been listening to, rather than being like, okay, I don't know, let me just see what happens and figure it out. It's just really building trust in your guidance. We have our own higher consciousness. We have our own signal, our own little beacon, or not really beacon, maybe more like a little, like, little antenna that's out there, like pulling information in and things like that. But we have to listen to that inner voice that's like, hey, like, even though we're getting these signals, like, let's not build in that. So trust ourselves. And our mantra is trust my inner knowing. Just trust it, because if your inner knowing is being like, hey, this is something we probably can't handle right now, it's probably for good reason. So again, our focus is our self-trust, and we're going to be focusing on the heart and solar plexus, and then our healing theme is inner authority. So let's go ahead and jump right into our daily Reiki for this 28 days of Reiki, this healing journey. And thank you so much for joining me during this time. And yes, the camera is a little different, and I don't have my mic, so I do apologize. But remember, if there's any distractions and things like that, let us focus on our breath. Allow Reiki to flow. Again, we are doing distance Reiki, because Reiki lives outside of time and space. And our main focus today is strengthening our intuition, strengthening all that we are, following our inner knowing, building our self-trust. Our mantra is, I trust my inner knowing. I trust my inner knowing. I trust my inner knowing. We are building trust in our guidance. Some of us have spirit animals, angels, power animals, guardians, ascended masters that help them guide them through their days. Some of us have Jesus, some of us have God, some of us have the Great Spirit. But what we're doing is asking or receiving wisdom from our intuition, strengthening our intuition so that we can receive the messages that we need to, whether something's a good idea or something's not. Really listening to our spidey senses, really listening to who we are as an individual, and trusting that intuition, that inner authority. Through this journey, I have just really allowed myself to listen, not just like listen to my thoughts, my ruminating thoughts, but listen to my body, listen to my mind, my emotions, and see what is out there. If the direction I'm going in is in the right way, just kind of listening. Remember, if your mind gets distracted, bring your focus back to your breath. This is a time to relax and rejuvenate, to let some of that weight fall off your shoulders, but to also bring awareness to your willpower, your solar plexus, to your heart, what your heart needs, sometimes what it wants. Bring your focus to your breath. If there are any distractions, whether if there's any ruminating thoughts or anything like that, you're good. Allow Reiki to flow as you inhale and exhale. As you inhale and exhale. Wow, that's interesting. Remember, distractions will happen when you least expect them most. Let me go ahead and turn that down. But we always bring our mind back to focus. We always bring ourselves back to our breath, to focus. To focus. Distractions will always happen no matter how hard you try. But that's the amazing thing about Reiki. Bring yourself back to your breath and you refocus. Bring your focus back to your breath and you will allow yourself to relax. Relax and rejuvenate. Relax and rejuvenate. Bless you. Thank your solar plexus in your heart for being the willpower and the drive and the passion in trying to achieve the things we need to achieve. Also, our heart kind of makes everything run, it's pumping the blood. But we often have to remember to have gratitude. I think we talked about that yesterday, the day before. We have to be kind to ourselves and have grace. But remember that our body's doing everything it can to keep us alive right now. So if we showed appreciation, not just for the people who do things for us, but showed appreciation to our body, just imagine how good you'd feel. listen to your inner voice, to your intuition. Sorry. So we can bring that back. Strengthen that intuition. Strengthen all of that. Remember, I trust my inner knowing. I trust my inner knowing. And I trust my inner knowing. You are building trust in your inner guidance. Well, your guidance in general. Remember, I trust my inner knowing. I trust my inner knowing. Trust your inner knowing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bring your focus back to your breath. Move your body around since you've been all relaxed and comfortable. And thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. This one was a little short. I do apologize. But again, I'm not in the same environment that I usually am. And as you could probably hear, some folks were entering. So I didn't want to have too many distractions in the background, but I wanted to make sure that I sent Reiki today per the schedule. And yeah, our fun little Reiki fact of the day is Reiki strengthens intuition over time. And I can definitely attest to that as being a Reiki practitioner since 2016. You know, ever since then, and then going through the master course, it's like my little radar is just off the chain, and I appreciate it. I don't not like it. I love it, actually, because a lot of times when that little spidey sense comes in, I can actually like decide on like, hey, should I do this or should I not? Should I put myself in this environment or should I not? So with all that said, like, it's just, yes, this was definitely a focus that we needed to have. And we were talking about trusting our body, trusting our emotions, but not letting them get overwhelming. So to actually have a focus on self-trust, like actually trusting yourself, trusting your body, trusting your intuition, just trusting the things that your body and higher self is trying to tell you. Some amazing things could happen from that. So again, this was about self-trust. We focused on our heart and solar plexus. We wanted to find our inner authority, strengthen our intuition, find our inner knowing, building trust in our guidance, and that our mantra is, I trust my inner knowing. So with all of that, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 24 for gratitude practice. And that's so funny because we just talked about gratitude, and maybe I just kind of like skipped ahead. I might have actually skipped ahead because now that I'm looking at it, I don't see anything about gratitude. Oh, I think I talked about one of my sessions, my therapy sessions, where gratitude was a big theme and how I never really appreciated it until she made me answer that question. So yeah, so tomorrow will be gratitude practice. So we will definitely jump in on that. But thanks again for following me along for this journey. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's almost gone. But yeah, stay safe, stay blessed, and peace out, y'all. Till next time.